Your spine is being crushed right now. Not slowly, not gradually. Every single second you spend sitting, standing, scrolling, gravity is compressing your vertebrae, squeezing the fluid out of your discs like a sponge being stepped on. And the terrifying part? You cannot feel it happening. Until one morning you wake up and your lower back screams like a rusted gate being forced open for the first time in years. But what if one ancient movement, a single diagonal reach toward the sky, could reverse that compression in under 60 seconds? What the Shaolin monks discovered over 1,000 years ago was not yoga. It was not stretching. It was biological warfare against gravity itself. The weapon they used was called Zhai Xing Huando, plucking stars and exchanging constellations. Today, most people walk past this movement without a second glance when they see an old man in a park reaching toward the sky, and they laugh. What they do not see is the spiral of force traveling through his lumbar spine, the decompression happening in real time between each vertebra, the toxic fluid being wrung out of tissue that conventional medicine has not touched in decades. They do not see the biological reset, but you are about to. Before we go any further, go to the comments right now and type this: I unlock my spine. The act of writing that commitment fires a neural pathway in your prefrontal cortex that prepares your nervous system to receive what you are about to learn. Your body listens to your mind. Signal it now. I unlock my spine. Do it before we move 1 second further. Now let us talk about what is actually happening inside you, because most people have no idea how desperate their spinal situation truly is. Your spine is made up of 33 vertebrae stacked like a tower of coins. Between each coin, there is a disc, mostly water. When you are young, it is hydrated, plump, and resilient. But here is what nobody tells you. Those discs have no direct blood supply. The only way they absorb water, oxygen, and nutrients is through movement, through the squeeze and release. Just like the sponge we talked about in the last video. When you sit for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, which is what the modern world demands, those discs slowly starve. They dehydrate. They thin out. The space between your vertebrae closes. Nerves get pinched, blood flow is restricted, and you start to feel it as chronic pain, numbness, fatigue, and that deep ache in your lower back that no amount of painkillers ever fully reaches. This is not age. This is not bad luck. This is what happens when a biological machine designed to move through forests is forced to sit in a chair staring at a rectangle of light all day. The Yi Jin Jing, the Muscle and Tendon Change Classic, was built for exactly this problem. The monks who developed this system spent hours in meditation. They needed a way to keep the body alive and powerful without leaving the temple. And what they discovered over centuries of refinement was a set of 12 movements, so precisely calibrated to human anatomy that modern biophysicists are only now beginning to understand why they work. Today we are entering the second phase of that system, 3 consecutive movements that form what I call the Great Spinal Unlock. Wei Tuo offers the Pestle second form, Wei Tuo offers the Pestle third form, and then the jewel of the entire sequence, plucking the stars. Stand up, feet shoulder width apart, parallel like 2 train tracks. Feel the floor underneath you. Spread your toes. Unlock your knees. Do not bend them deeply, just soften them so the blood can flow. Shift your weight slightly toward your heels. Your lower body is stone. Your upper body is smoke. Wei Tuo offers the pestle. Second form, extend your arms out to your sides at shoulder height, palms facing outward. This is where most tutorials stop, and that is why most people get nothing out of this movement. Pull your fingers back toward your head, intensely. Your fingertips should be pointing back toward your ears as aggressively as you can manage. You will feel something in your forearms, a sharp electric sensation running from your wrist to your inner elbow. You do not pull away from that sensation. That is the median nerve gliding through the carpal tunnel, waking up electrical lines that have been dormant from hours of typing and gripping screens. You are flossing your nervous system. Now, the push. Imagine you are standing in a stone corridor. The walls on both sides represent everything that has been crushing you, the deadlines, the debt, the expectations you never agreed to carry. Those walls are moving toward you right now, slowly, relentlessly. They want to make you small, and you are going to push back. Press your palms outward as if you are holding those walls apart through sheer force of will. Do not just use your shoulder muscles, use your intention, use every inch of your nervous system. Push those walls away. Expand your territory. Feel your rib cage crack open from the inside. Feel the space between your pectorals widen. You are physically stretching the pericardium meridian and the lung meridian simultaneously. In traditional Chinese medicine, the pericardium is the guardian of the heart. When we are emotionally wounded, betrayed, heartbroken, this meridian tightens like a fist around your chest. That tightness is not metaphorical. It becomes real connective tissue restriction, real fascial compression across the anterior thorax. By pushing outward with this level of intention, you are telling your nervous system, I am safe, I am strong, I take up space. Breathe into the expansion. Inhale deep into the lateral ribs. Hold the tension in your palms. Push 1 millimeter further. Fight the burning. That burning is weakness leaving the tissue. And release. Drop your arms. Close your eyes for 3 full seconds. Feel the rush. That flooding warmth in your hands and forearms. That is fresh, oxygenated blood returning to tissue you just compressed. That is the sponge effect in action. That tingling in your fingertips. That is your fascia reorganizing at the microscopic level. At collagen fibers that were tangled like old cables are beginning to align. We ascend. Wei Tuo offers the pestle. Third form, what the ancients called holding the gate of heaven. Turn your palms upward. Slowly raise your hands directly above your head until your arms are fully extended. Look up, not forward, up. Let your gaze follow your palms toward the sky. Now, here is the secret. At the same time that you press your palms upward with fierce intensity, sink your shoulders actively downward. A push-up, pull down, simultaneously. Your arms reaching for the sky while your shoulder blades slide toward the floor. Rise on your tiptoes. Feel the entire front of your body. From the arch of your foot, up through your shin, your abdominal fascia, your chest, your throat. Stretch into a single unbroken line of tension. You are the axis. You are the pillar connecting the earth to the sky. What is happening anatomically right now is powerful. You are creating real traction on your lumbar spine. The weight of your upper body is being redistributed upward through your extended arms, creating momentary decompression in your lower back. The discs between your lumbar vertebrae, those dehydrated, compressed structures, are being given space, And where there is negative pressure, fluid moves. Nutrition moves. The sponge is being prepared to absorb again. Hold this until your calves burn. Hold it until your shoulders shake slightly. And then hold it 2 more seconds and release. Come down from your tiptoes slowly. Lower your arms. Stand and breathe. Feel the length in your spine. Feel the space that was not there before. Your body just gave itself a decompression that a clinical traction table tries to replicate with expensive machinery. You did it with nothing but intention and precise biomechanics. Now we arrive at the movement I have been building toward, plucking the stars. Place your left hand on your lower back. Ease not casually. Press your palm firmly against the skin over your kidneys. Feel the warmth radiating into that tissue. Your kidneys filter approximately 180 liters of blood every single day. The adrenal glands sit directly on top of them, governing your entire stress response. When your lower back is chronically tight and compressed, these organs suffer. Blood flow to them decreases. You feel it as fatigue, as that bone-deep exhaustion that sleep does not fix. By placing your hand here, you are creating a closed, energetic circuit. You are giving your kidney complex warmth, pressure, and attention. You are telling that part of your body that you see it, that you are going to take care of it. Now, with your left hand pressed against your lower back, take your right arm and reach diagonally across and upward. Not straight up, diagonally. Across your body and up toward the upper left corner of the space behind you. Your eyes must follow your right hand. Do not just turn your neck. Begin the rotation at your waist. Imagine your torso is a wet towel and someone is wringing it out. The rotation starts at the navel, rises through the solar plexus, opens through the thoracic spine, and finally turns the neck and lifts the gaze. You are reaching for something behind you, a star, a source of light, an answer to a question you have been carrying too long. Reach for it with genuine desire. Let the reach be real. You feel the spiral tightening through your entire spine as your torso rotates to its comfortable maximum, and then push just 5% further. That 5% is where the medicine lives. That is the space between maintenance and transformation. Hold it. Breathe into your kidneys. Imagine your breath entering through the back of your body and inflating the space around your lumbar spine. 3 full breaths in this position. Switch. Right hand to lower back. On left arm reaches diagonally across and upward to the upper right corner of the space behind you. Eyes follow the left hand. Rotation begins at the waist. Wring the towel in the opposite direction. Reach. Push beyond comfortable. Hold. Breathe. 3 breaths. Notice whether one side feels more restricted than the other. Most people carry more unprocessed stress, more accumulated compression on one side. If you find that one direction of rotation feels stuck, that is not a problem. That is information. That is your body telling you where the work needs to happen. Be patient with that side. Do not force it violently. Invite it. The resistance you feel in that rotation is the physical signature of something your body has been holding. You are making space for it to release. Do 3 full cycles on each side. Let the rhythm become meditative. Let your mind stop performing and start receiving. Now, stop. Stand absolutely still. This is what the Yi Jin Jing calls wuji, the posture of emptiness, of perfect potential. Close your eyes. Simply observe. Do not direct. Do not narrate. Just receive the information your body is sending. Can you feel the warmth radiating from your lower back? Can you feel a subtle vibration running up the length of your spine? Can you feel your breath moving differently? Deeper, slower, as if your rib cage has more room than it did 10 minutes ago. That warmth, that vibration. In the language of traditional Chinese medicine, that is qi arriving at your extremities. In the language of Western biophysics, that is increased microcirculation. That is your parasympathetic nervous system shifting from fight or flight into rest and repair. That is your vagus nerve, the superhighway of your healing response, beginning to down-regulate the chronic stress activation that modern life has burned into your nervous system like a car alarm that never shuts off. You stand in that stillness for a full 30 seconds. This is not wasted time. This is the most important 30 seconds of the entire practice. This is the integration phase. The movements create the conditions. The stillness is where the body actually changes. What you have just done is not exercise. Exercise tears tissue and forces adaptation through trauma. What you have done is something more subtle and more profound. You have changed the fluid dynamics of your spine, and you have stretched and reorganized fascial tissue that conventional fitness never reaches. You have spoken to your nervous system in a language it was designed to receive, the language of precise, intentional, held tension, followed by complete release. The Yi Jin Jing does not ask you to suffer. It asks you for something far more difficult than suffering. It asks you for patience. It asks you to believe that stillness can be more powerful than movement. That 5 seconds of genuine intentional tension is worth more than 50 repetitions performed on autopilot while your mind is somewhere else. Your spine is different right now than it was when you pressed play. That is not poetry, that is fact. And if you come back to this practice tomorrow, and the day after, and the week after, you will begin to feel changes that no gym membership, no supplement, and no surgery could produce. The freedom to move without pain. The quiet confidence of inhabiting a structure that feels strong, flexible, and genuinely alive. Your decree for today is this: I move with intelligence. Say it, mean it, let your body hear it. You just walked 3 of the most ancient corridors in the history of human biology. You wrung stagnation out of tissue that has been starving in silence. You gave your kidneys warmth, your spine traction, and your nervous system permission to rest. The discs between your vertebrae absorbed a fraction more fluid today than they did yesterday. The collagen fibers in your fascia shifted 1 degree closer to alignment. These are small numbers. They compound. Come back tomorrow and they double. Come back every day for 30 days, and you will be standing in a body that feels fundamentally different. The path does not require perfection. It requires return. Come back to the source, again and again and again. If you felt even one breath move differently during this practice, that sensation is proof that this system is real. Your body just responded to a technology refined over 1,500 years. Hit the like button right now, so this practice reaches someone who needs it as much as you did today. Subscribe to Pure Zen Space so you never miss the next transmission. The 3rd scroll is almost ready. We are going deeper into the lower body, into the roots, into the iron foundation that makes everything else possible. Type 1. Unlock my spine in the comments to seal your commitment. Your body is listening. So is this community. See you in the next silence.